everyone, Steve back here with Ziggy's Lawn and Landscape. You saw in our recent TikToks and our recent videos we're going to be getting ready for 2023, and it's the springtime now, so we're going to be diving more into our spreadsheets and on knowing our numbers and our official pricing for 2023. This is just a basic little checklist that we're going by for this week at least, just getting everything in order and getting ready to go. Step one this week was get our pricing in order. With all the inflation that's going on last year, it seems like a lot of stuff, I guess you would say, doubled in expenses. Some expenses went up 15%, some went up 20%, and some stuff doubled. Just prices of some stuff like grass seed doubled and stuff along the lines of that. So we have our spreadsheets from 2022 lined up. Every single price for every single category, spring cleanups all the way to fall cleanups, spring to fall, and everything in between, retaining walls, pavers. We have a list of all of our pricing for everything. So basically step one is to adjust the pricing to where 2023 is based upon our expenses and our anticipated expenses for the year, I'd say. Get it onto a spreadsheet so you can know your numbers. That's basically what it boils down to, is breaking down all your expenses and getting your customer list in line so you know where you're going, where your route is taking you for your lawn maintenance route, where your mulch route's taking you, where everything. Getting the customer list, like in your spreadsheet, just pretend here it is. Every single customer listed by town, by route, however you want to do it. And then every single price for every single thing that you do for that client. And just update it. Everything, pretty much everything went up. I mean, even lawn maintenance went up because it's just not, we're going to cut grass. Fuel went up, etc., etc. But step one is getting your base pricing in order with no clients in mind, just set upon how much you charge per acre, how much you charge for a yard of mulch, etc., etc. You get the point. Number two is if you're new in business, you're going to need to design a contract. Us being in business for more than a few years, we already have our contract set. We'll show it to you real quick later on in this video, but set a contract. There's no more word of mouth. You can't trust anyone nowadays. So you have to have a contract straight to the point with the person's name, address, listed what you're doing for them, the price, have them agree to it, and it needs to be signed. And you need to have terms. I recommend getting a business lawyer to write up the terms or whatever, and we've had that done years ago, so ours is good to go for this year. And we can play with the categories and whatnot, but the specific most important part is the bottom part where they're going to read what they're agreeing to and sign that they agree to the above or however they word it. Contract needs to be in place for anything. And this is something that I like to do. I started this a couple years ago. We're going to mail envelopes. You're making your company stand out, and you're going to go the extra mile since it's the off season for us. We don't plow snow. We have the extra time to show you what I'm about to show you. And we're not, if it's an existing client, I don't like to email just a base contract out to them. I mean, yeah, it's short and sweet. You can do it like that by hitting a button on Yardbook to send them a new contract with a bulk email. But I'll show you what I like to do at the beginning of every spring. Yes, it's time consuming what I'm about to show you, but it's totally worth it in the end. We're going to come over here real quick, and what are we going to show? Just the spreadsheet?
Yeah, we'll run through step one just to show the spreadsheet.
Yeah, so here's our spreadsheet that we have made up. We've hidden the customer's name on the side just for their privacy, but we're just running through here 2022 lawn price, cleanup price, mulch price, etc. for pretty much every category, and everything for the most part went up. New clients I'd say we got last summer. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, that we kind of nailed the price right on the head right from the beginning. And some of these clients I've had since 2007 or 2008. So I've had them for 10, 15 years old. I used to ride my bike to their houses back in the day, and for some reason the prices really never increased and I never got them to where they needed to be. So now we're gonna take a little bit of a hit with certain clients, losing them, but we're always getting calls in with new clients. So we're correcting the prices right here, no ifs, ands, or buts. So we have, like we said, 2022 prices are in white, and then we highlighted the green so we know what we're charging people, and we are dropping a few people. We started doing TikTok yesterday. If you saw in there, we are dropping certain clients, maybe 5 or 6. It depends on the routing. Some clients we just figured out that it costs more in labor just to drive there and service 2 properties outside of a neighborhood than it was even worth. So unfortunately, we're going to try and still grab them for the side work and everything, but for lawn maintenance, we'll be thinning it out, just focusing on route density. We'll come over here to our workbench, this trusty couch.
So once you have the numbers set, this is where step 2 comes in with the contract, writing it down.
I mean, it can be as easy as just taking, here's our contract. We're going to be doing some updating to this, but it's just lists all of our base services. You want anything additional like pavers or retaining walls, landscape lighting, they need to call or email for a separate estimate. But this is just like the base springtime cleanup, lawn maintenance all the way through the fall. So I mean, this could take 2 seconds. We could fill it out on the computer for all the clients. We do a mail merge off of Microsoft Excel where the contract will be uploaded. We click a couple buttons, it'll merge all of the clients' names, address, city, state, everything right onto here. So when we print it out, we're not using a pen for anything. We're literally printing this out with their pricing on it that we put in manually in the computer. We hit print, this is ready to go. We could do it as simple as this and just mail it and say, please return it by a certain date, or we could email this. And it's even easier to just hit a button on email to send it. But like I said, I started this a couple years ago where it's a little bit more full blown, but it's totally worth it just based upon the results I've been getting from this. I like to start here with a 9x12 yellow envelope. I mean, you get this delivered into your mailbox, you're gonna open this first. You're gonna wonder, what is this? You're going to be really concerned what this is compared to just a regular envelope. So they're going to open this probably first out of everything else that they get in their mail for that day. And I'm not encouraging anything else mailing-wise for the year for your business. Everything else can be electronic. I just like to do it this way for the initial startup for the season. Like to start with a yellow envelope, 2 stamps for this because we're going to be filling it up with some good advertising cards, some good information. And inside it will be their contract with their information highlighted in yellow where they have to sign. So some clients in the past, we found out if you don't highlight it, they just mail it back without signing it. But this is clear as day. We need the email address, sign yes or no, and sign and date. It shows our Facebook page, YouTube, Instagram, social media handle right here. It shows our ways that we accept payment. All the credit cards, Stripe, which is integrated through Yardbook, our logo, our email address. We're going to be adding our website shortly to this. But we'll get this with all the pricing they need. And like we said, you could stop after that and be done. But we found if you want to make more money, you got to spend more money in advertising, and it just goes the longest way. The opportunities are endless. Had these flyers made up on Staples' website. We made it actually, and then sent it to Staples to get it printed with this cool background. And it's like a
wax paper almost.
Yeah, it's like a media paper. I forget what they called it, but it's not actual paper. So it's
a nice one.
It's nice, yeah. Once again, our social media, clear as day, some services, and just a nice big advertisement, an ad that goes right into this envelope. So we're gonna stack the contract. The contract usually I send last on the stack of paper. We'll put the ad on top. Every client gets a pen. I mean, it sounds very stupid, but people can't find pens nowadays because everything's on the computer. So when they're trying to sign the contract, they might, I can't find a pen. They might try and come back to signing the contract later and completely forget about it, which screws up our scheduling if we don't receive this stuff in a timely fashion. So everyone gets a pen. I'll take one out real quick.
And what does it have on it? It has the phone number.
It has the business name and phone number. So, whoops, that one came apart. These are just basic, plain Jane, business name and phone number. But it's there for their convenience to click this and fill it out with their email, their signature, and the service is selected. And it seems that this pen alone speeds the game up.
Which is key, because time is money. We have a big schedule, and we need to know who's coming back.
Yeah, we want to get these contracts back as soon as possible. So, like usually, we like to start mid-March, but we might be able to start earlier this year since it's not snowing or anything and it's warm out. So everyone gets a pen. This will all be paper clipped together, but the pen will also be slotted on the top, so it's right there. Right? They get everything they need for the whole year right here. Also, I like to go the extra mile, and they get a return envelope already pre-stamped, and we just didn't get to it yet, but we put their return address on this one and our P.O. box and business name right here. So all they have to do is literally sign the piece of paper, stick it in this, and throw it in the mail. It's stamped already, and we address this to them also with our return address label. So over here we'll use just a regular sized address label for the returns. We use the big labels for these yellow, for the address, so they can't even miss it. They'll see the yellow envelope, but it'll have their name on it. It'll be a big label in the mail. They'll get a welcome letter, dear so-and-so. We'll put a mail merge so it's customized to that exact person. And this all sounds crazy, but it's all technology based and Microsoft Word and Microsoft Excel based, where you can just mail merge the customer's first and last name. Instead of saying dear client or dear customer, say dear and their name, just by doing a mail merge online. They'll get an introduction letter. Welcome to 2023. Hope you had a wonderful Christmas and holiday season, etc. New Year, great things. You can put whatever you want, sincerely, and sign it off. We also like to put just a quick little form notifying them of price increases, etc., stuff like that. But in there, I found out that Vistaprint.com, you can go anywhere. You can go to your local print shop or something. I got these also from Staples. I like to throw 4 to 5 business cards in each yellow envelope, and I'm calling this a care package almost for the initial springtime, like introduction letter and everything. I'll put 4 of these business cards in with the whole pack of paper. And I found out that this is wonderful because going along with the business cards, people probably thinking I'm crazy doing all this and spending all this much money for just an introduction letter. And some of these people aren't even going to sign up, but it's worth it in the end. Everyone gets a magnet. I'll hang this up on their refrigerator or freezer with the name. We're trying to get the logo to stick in their head, so when someone says, hey, you know a landscaper, here you go, and so on and so forth.
And they have one party and people come over and they see the fridge,
yeah,
and they think about their house and how it needs work.
Put the magnet holding the business card up, or they put these in their junk drawer or something, and they get 5 of them, one for themselves, and like Jim just said, people come over, family comes over, etc., etc. I mean, anybody can come over and the logo and the name is, we're not trying to clutter up their whole house, but give them all the information they need to make the decision that's best for their property to sign up with our company.
Yeah, minus technology, this is the new school way of word of mouth, is going with this route. And it only takes one phone call for a big project to more than cover all of this.
Yeah. So doing the math, you're probably wondering how much are we spending per client? I think right now we're sending out 115. So we're getting rid of a few clients, but we're sending out 115 yellow envelopes. We have 2 stamps on this one. We have 1 stamp on the return envelope. And then we have all of our social media, business cards, and everything built into the whole envelope with the welcome letter and the contract and the pens and the magnets and everything. But the more you buy in bulk, I think I bought 1,000 flyers at once. And I forget what the price was on Staples, but I bought the business cards all at once. You can buy the labels while you're there. You can get all of this right here, right from Staples, or any other website you want to use. But if I do the math real quick, I want to say I have about $3.50 total at the max for everything to send to a client, from my mailbox to their mailbox, with everything included. And we're sending out a little over 115 of these, so I mean $400 maybe total to send all this out. Like we said, you could just take this and mail this for 50 cents in an envelope and delete all this, but I found out that literally by giving a business card, a flyer, and a magnet, and a pen that can be left out on their kitchen table, so when people come over to see it, spending roughly $400 to get the season started without even doing any physical work, like going and do a service for a client, like $400 is probably like, oh my goodness. But if you don't have 115 clients, you could probably chop that in half or even less than that. But it takes one person to call, I need a mulch job, and that $400 is paid for plus some. Where it takes one person to see this flyer and say, oh, I need a paver job, I need retaining walls done, I need excavating XYZ. You get the gist of it, that it takes one person to pay for every single client's cost to send these contracts out. So I know I'm rattling on and on and on a little bit, but you guys get the point that you can email that and be done in about 15 seconds and just do the same thing every spring. Or if you're looking to grow your business and you don't want to drive door to door and put door hangers on or put flyers out, I mean, the more the merrier. But if you want to build this into your current client list and let them do the advertising for you, I think that's the best way to go. And we've had very, very good luck with this in the past couple of years that we started doing it this way.
Yeah, this way works. And the good thing is that these are people that you already know.
Yeah.
They already know you. And when you give them the care package, provided we are doing price raises this year, it gives you that extra chance to get them, because they go, you know what, this company actually cares and they want to do a good job at my house. I trust them, et cetera, et cetera. So you're already building an initial bond for them for this year.
Exactly. And you could just, like we said, one stamp, put your contract in and be about 50 cents a client. We're timesing that by 6 times about on the cost, but they get all this. They could keep that pen for a year and have the name on it, and they're always looking at it. They're always looking at the business cards. They're always looking at the advertisements. They go on, everything is social media nowadays. So they go on a local Facebook group and someone's looking for a reference on a landscaper or have a wall done, a cleanup done. They'll remember right in their head, you're doing great work at their house. They're going to spread the news about your company if you give them all these resources and stuff for them to remember to spread the news. So let the client do the advertising for you in addition to you doing your own advertisement. But why not spend an extra couple dollars up front in the springtime and get your name out there and your logo and get everything pretty much out in the open.
Yeah, I just want to add one other point to that is also we use our logo, if you notice, his shirt, the whiteboard, our live stream t-shirts that are hanging out. We use the logo everywhere because it sticks in your head. And regardless if you're a client or you're a YouTube viewer, you know, we want the logo to stay because we want it to be our company brand recognition. And I think we do a pretty good job with these contracts that it does stick in your head because we get a ton of phone calls throughout the year. I saw your name, your number from here, your logo here. So it goes a long way.
Yeah, so I mean, just to sum all this up, we like to get interactions in the comments. So down below, throw a comment on how you start your year. I mean, emailing it, don't get me wrong, it's the fastest, most efficient way. Say your company is 15 times the size of ours. You're not going to do this every single year and say send out 500 of these things unless you have a secretary and people working for you. But where we're at right now, this works wonders for us. Throw down in the comments how maybe you start your year. You send out contracts. Some people are still word of mouth, depending if it's just neighbors or whatnot. Highly suggest a contract if you don't have it. Love to hear everyone's feedback on this. And
we're going to make more videos on business stuff like this as well. We're shaping up the whole office. It looks a little undone right now, but we're getting there and we're managing. But yeah, this is what it takes to get the ball rolling for the season.
And if you are watching this video tonight, it's crazy, it's already February 1st. Tomorrow night, February 2nd at 7 p.m., we'll be doing our weekly live stream with a giveaway. Say you watched our video and you have questions about, I don't know, the flyer or the business cards or pretty much anything we talked about in this video, tune into our live video. You have a chance of winning money. And then you also can ask any question you want. There's a lot of other viewers that are on there that have been in the business longer than we have, and everybody can just share the knowledge and keep it going. That's everything wrapped up, how we're gonna start our season this year. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, and make sure you put the bell on so you're notified when we go live or when we post a new video. But thanks everyone for watching. Hope you have a great day.